Hi and welcome back to another episode on the Budget Mini Clubman. Again, this is going to be loads of little mundane, boring little jobs. All the little holes where the spot welds are pulled on the inner wings. You saw me go through then, bit of copper on the back and just tacking them all back in. Just got to smooth it all off, but I mean I can run my hands over that now without any gloves on, and it's better. I've also put the repairs in at the bottom here. I didn't film that, but I will show you how I did it. Did that repair last time. But yeah, these are already looking better. They still need loads of work to get them straight, but I think I'll work that out a bit more when I mock the front end up. Yeah, so loads of little bits and bobs. So what I'll do now is I'll take you off the tripod, we'll have a little wander around, and I'll put the repair in that side, the repair in the other side, and basically just try to dress everything back and clean it all back. I'm going to spend my time now cleaning all these inner wings back, and then I'm going to get on with the scuttle repair, I think. So yeah, loads of little jobs. I just want to see the front end on now. So what I have also done as well is I've made a bit of a plan, in the sense that I'm going to put this car on a block of wood, drop the front subframe, drop the subframe, keep the subframe in, put the subframe mounts correctly onto the floor so everything's held tight and straight. I've got some teardrop mounts at the front, so when I start mocking the front end up it should all be quite solid. So I think I'm a long way off that yet. I've got to do the scuttle repair before I can even get giddy. So yeah, without further ado, I'll show you what I've been up to and then we'll crack on with some more jobs. Right, so you can see all that there. That looks miles better from the last video. Again, I can run my hand all the way along that and we're okay. There's a repair in there. I've not ground anything back yet. So that was where I took out quite a bit of it, but now we've got some good solid steel at the bottom. Once again, used from an offcut of a bit of panel, so you can see the black Magnum paint on it there, but it's done the job. All that's a lot better now. So there's the other repair. So that one didn't need as much, but like I say, we have to try and tackle this now. So this is my next sort of job I want to get on with. So I'm going to start making it, but then you've obviously got the curvature here and then it kicks out. So we'll see. I'm going to have to make the underneath piece first, because obviously that sort of sits on a plinth. So yeah, but I think while I keep putting this off a little further, I can get on with cleaning all this back, because looking at that, that's really decent. It's just a bit of surface rust. Obviously this has been inside the wheel arch, and loads of paint which you probably saw burning off in various areas. So in case of just getting things cleaned up, I want to get these all in primer so they don't rust, because the pillars are basically done. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with some more rust fighting. Right, so like I mentioned, number one, shiny panel. I wanted to obviously see where this sits. So that's roughly, I mean, look at how nice that fits as it is. It literally lines up perfectly with the car. So we obviously want to have that nice, let's not drop the panel. Right, look how nice that already lines up with the car. So that's how the original panel was. I've got photographs how they all sat, and I believe them to be the original wings on the car. So you can sort of see now, by using this as a bit of a datum, the profile I need to make to drop through there. Like I say, I've done it before. I did it with a pattern wing on the sidewalk, so if I can do it there, I can do it here. It's just a lot more metal to have to make. But yeah, I hope you can sort of see that that is roughly what I need to make. So just reposition you guys there a little bit. So yeah, I want that nice gap, uniform gap all the way around, and then it lines up nice there, and obviously the A panel goes in. But that gives me a rough idea of what I need, and what I'll do is I'll keep making stuff, testing this, before I think of even going any further with it. Right, I'll start cutting out that underneath panel and making that first. I think that's the first job. First of all, I'm going to move all this out of the way, because I need to get all this out. So someone did mention in the last video about the other side, the closer panel. I have had a proper look at it. There's a little bit of rust in this corner that I can see, and I've actually cleaned off the rest of it underneath, and it's really, really decent. It's just this side, I think, because this has trapped anything dirt or crap coming in from the underside, whereas it doesn't have this on the other side. I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to clean that one back, I'm going to prime it and see how we get on with it. This one obviously does need a bit of surgery, so let's get on with that. Like I said, I put the little piece in there. This is all going to need filler. Don't even think that you're going to get away with not having filler on it, because you know I'm going to have to put it on there. So before people start commenting saying you're going to have to lag that in filler, I won't have to lag it in filler, but it will need a good skimp around there, and I'll do that and flat it as much as possible before I even think of putting the wing on, because obviously once that goes back on, you're never getting in there to prep that properly. So alright, let's get on with that job. Right, so I've made a bit of an attempt to start making this piece. So I've cleaned all this back so I know there's good steel. All underneath here is absolutely solid now. I put that little piece in there. So number one, if this isn't the sort of repair you guys are sort of watching for, then I apologise in advance. My argument is the rest of this panel is good. I've repaired that end of it, and these aren't easy enough. To me, they're not easy panels to repair. You've got to, you put them in there and line all that up. Then to me, this is the original datum point to the front of the car. So you don't have to get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it. Shows you how the wing fitment should fit, and it still fits nice and tight here. So I've made this little piece up out of an old, again, Magnum panel. I think this was the bit I cut off the floor pan that I put in. So again, making use of steel, and I've just been sitting here with my bare hands to sort of shaping it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tack it. Obviously this looks massive. You're thinking, well, what's all that? But once that's tacked in there, I can then fold all of this round until I can recreate this around there. So it might not work, but this is free as opposed to buying a panel. If I'm really not happy with it, I'll buy the end repair and put that in, but profile wise they are no better than this. So let's see how we get on. Right, this is by no means finished. Obviously all of that needs cutting, and then bend it up to that. I've literally just left more material because you can't put it back, so this is a scrap bit of steel. But round here is pretty much, I'm really happy with it, bob on. Just needs to come out a bit here. You saw me trying a wing on, I've got a bit of a gap here, but all the way to about that central point, it follows really nice. So I'm just going to have to try and pull it out a little bit there. So might make some relief cuts in this, because obviously I will need to make relief cuts in this to then make this flange. So that will probably be able to give me a chance to pull it out. So I'm going to go away and do that. Right, so I've done a bit of jiggery pokery and I think we're getting somewhere. So I've made, obviously that's completely gone now. Made the relief cuts and folded it round. That now marries up with all that around there. So I'm quite happy with that. That profile around there, still a little bit off there. But I kept trying the wing on and off, and I was wondering what was going on because it wouldn't sit flush here. Obviously I've made this piece, this has nothing to do with the car whatsoever. So I had a look on the other side, and basically this line with the seam of the car on the original Scuttle is like that. It follows the exact same uniform line, and I still had a bit of material here. So I was like, alright, okay. So I've cut it. Now we actually have, obviously this is all rough, the front end's nowhere near ready to fit, but that is something like, and it's quite hard for you to see, I'll pick you guys up, but it needs to go a bit closer, but the gap is level, and that's the hardest bit to try and get, is a level gap. So what I need to do is that lines up with there, and we're sort of right up, oh there you go, it's close enough. So we're right up close to it. I'm just a little bit off here, a little bit off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the Scuttle closer. There is a flange on the back of this wing, so, and I'm going to go with the wing being right and not my little repair. So I'm going to use the wing as my datum for now, and obviously it lines up so nice here. So I'm literally just going to pull it out just a fraction, and obviously this will need filler, and I will have to do a bit of this filler work for fitting the wings, because otherwise you're never going to get in there to do it. But right now it's not too bad. So I think I've saved that. I'm quite happy about. So onwards and upwards, we'll keep tidying up and cleaning things back and going from there, but it's not too bad. So you can see the gap. It's not far off at all. Right, so that's the end of this episode. There's, again, a load of odd jobs. I need to stab my eye out on the side of the car there. But that's the repair that I've not been looking forward to. And just by, literally that's taken 2 hours to get to that point. Pulling things, you don't want to cut it and then have to cut it all off and start again. And you're pulling it and you're getting there. You've just got to try. Yes, you could have bought a repair section. I think the Ender Scuttle repairs are only made by Magnum and they're about £20–25. So not break the budget or break the bank, but I don't like to be defeated, and it is the only part of the Scuttle that does need repair, apart from the piece at the top that we've already sorted. So I'm not going to go that route, and I have fitted those end Scuttle repairs before and they are awful. The fitment is, the profile that drops off the end, it is a mess. So to retain as much as I can of the original and repair the side, like I said, I did do this on the sidewalk on a small scale. You know, I'm going to go that route first. So I have got loads and loads of playing around to do. I want to get that quite close before even thinking of, you know, sorting the front end out. So what we'll do is we'll continue to pull that out a bit more, get it close, and obviously before we fit the front end, I'll let you guys know how I got on with it. It will require a skim of filler before I put the front end on. That's merely because I won't be able to get in there easily with, you know, a scraper and stuff to be able to do that. So yeah, we'll crack on with that. That's the next thing to do, really. So what have we achieved in this episode? We've repaired the wings. These all just need clearing back, tidying back. You guys don't need to see that. I'm going to use a wire wheel. I'm going to get everything in primer ready to go. I'm getting a bit bored of the front end already. So it's good to keep moving around the car. I guess I've got plenty of jobs to do. So I'm quite tempted to go and cut out the passenger floor pan now and get on with that, because that is pretty much makes the floor solid, and get the sill on the other side. Then it just leaves the front end and the back end to do. Obviously in the doors. Not looking forward to doing door skins, so that'll be probably the last job. I'll have the whole shell done and pretty much in primer before I even think of doing the doors. So yeah, onwards and upwards, loads of small jobs. So apologise, it's not the best video, it's not that fun, and you guys might not agree with repairing panels like that, but I'm merely trying to show you that you can repair stuff, you can save stuff. Don't just throw a load of cash at a car. For me, I quite enjoy doing it in a sense, because you replenishing your skills, you're using your skills, and it's all done by eye at the end of the day. You can't measure that, do you know what I mean? I literally made a little template and then I just started cutting, welding until I got to that point, and that's the way I've always done it. So it's not for everyone. Right, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I'll catch you in the next video when who knows what I'll be up to with this.